learning how to say no. And this is a very powerful thing to be able to do in this life. Both saying no to others, but also sometimes saying no to certain desires that you might have in your life that result in certain addictions. So first we're going to talk a bit about learning to say no to others. For example, if when you're a lady and a guy tries to kiss you, and then you want to say no, but maybe you don't dare to because you feel like, maybe he doesn't like it, or he's going to think bad about me. Or maybe when people expect from you to choose a certain career or a certain path, or a certain study maybe if you're younger, and you feel like that's actually not what I want, but you don't dare to say no because you don't want to let people down. Or maybe if you have to, if that sometimes can happen, you're at a party and people are drinking a lot of alcohol and they're pushing you, come on, drink alcohol, but you feel like, no, I actually don't want to do it, but you don't dare to say no. When you have to take a certain medication or a vaccine, what is for some people now the case, but you don't actually feel it's your thing, you don't want to do it, how to say no. All these examples that sometimes you feel you actually want to say no, but you don't dare to, either to let somebody down, or that you feel like maybe you're going to go against the social pressure, the social system. But learning to say no when it's in line with your heart is one of the most powerful things and the most important things you can do in this life. To really stay truthful to what you feel is the right thing to do. No matter what people say, no matter how much they try to convince you to behave in the way they expect you to behave, right? Because the heart's calling is so important to live in line with that, to stay truthful to that. Otherwise, if you keep, let's say, disconnecting from that inner voice of the heart, which tells you what is the right way to live. If you keep disconnected with that, you start to feel more and more disconnected with life, and feel more and more you're not living in a way that you feel you want to live. All right? So learning then to say no actually means saying yes to something else. For instance, when people pressure you to drink alcohol on a party, but you don't want to drink alcohol because you feel it's no good. What you're saying actually yes to is yes to your health. You're saying yes to your mental and physical health. So instead of focusing on, oh, I have to say no, I have to say no, you say, yes, I choose to live healthy and keep my mind clean and my emotional system clean. Or when people pressure you to choose a certain path in your career, or your boss expects something from you to do, but you feel it's not the right thing to do, or maybe it's cheating in a way or something like that, and you feel it's not the right thing, then what you're saying yes to is to listen, say yes to what you want to do in life, what you feel is the right path to walk in this life, to stay truthful for that. Therefore, it's very important to learn to say no, is to become able to feel what is it then that you want. Because only focusing on no, it doesn't work. You have to learn also to focus on the yes. You have to shift your attention, right? So in all these techniques that I am teaching in the Breath is Life course, in the 7 Days Essential course, in the Transformation course, and you can find them all on the website yogalap.com. I'm trying to explain and teach people how to start connecting with your source, with your core, with your essence, so to speak, with your true nature. So that when you start to feel that confidence within yourself, that connectedness with, okay, I know what is the right thing to do. I feel already completeness within. I feel already connectedness with the strongest force there is in this universe, the force of life. Then you can easily say no to others because you're in your strength. But as soon as people are disconnected with that inner strength, as soon as they don't feel the confidence in life and the stability and the foundation with life, then it's very easy for them to be pulled into decisions that they actually don't want to make. And therefore it's super important to get connected with your source, get connected with your inner power, to be able to say no to your surroundings, but actually yes to what you feel is the right thing to do, is the thing that is in line, what you feel is the right way to live. And this is, friends, such an important thing. And it will come on your path in so many ways. And this is the evolution of the spirit on a more profound level as well. If you are able to say no to things and actually yes to the things that you feel is the right way of living, that means that you start to live in line with the spirit within. You start to live in line with your source, in line with the divine spirit, the God consciousness within. When you live in line with that, every time it's like almost like a test. Are you able to stay truthful to that inner voice? Are you able to say no to certain things and say yes to what you feel is the right thing? Because then when you get aligned with that inner voice will become stronger and stronger, more powerful, and the force that you feel like, okay, now I want this in my life, I choose for it, you are able to fully manifest things in your life that are amazing, that are incredible. You are able to follow the flow of the compass of the heart and really act upon it with full confidence, with full force, and then amazing things will start to happen in your life. But if you're living in a way that, yes, sometimes you just feel a voice calling within you which says this is the right thing to do in your life, choose this or don't do that, choose something else, and you don't listen to it and you just follow other people's advices, you will be just like a loose ball that is shot from one place to the other, and you don't have your own characteristic, your own power, and you don't live from your source. So in the spirit of and the evolution of your spirit, this is a very important thing to, like I mentioned, every time is like a test. Are you able to really listen to your voice no matter what other people say and how much pressure they put on you? And if you're able to do that, you evolve in this reality on a deeper level. You evolve in more strength and you get more aligned with the source of creation that is within you, that is constantly calling and telling you what is the right way to live and what not. So therefore, learn to connect with that source, live from that source, so that you can start to make the right choices. And just to give you a more simple, more practical, basic explanation. What I teach a lot in the retreats that I do as well is to let people learn to feel what is actually happening in the present moment. So you do meditation, you feel like, sometimes you feel a bit relaxed, sometimes you feel a bit tense. If you do certain breathing technique, you feel more energized. With others, you feel more relaxed. Okay, that connects you with being able to feel the physical system, to feel the states of mind, to feel the states of emotion. So that in daily life, you have that sensitivity. You eat a certain food, and that certain food makes you feel a certain way. If you eat very heavy food, a lot of meat and processed food, after eating it, if you pay good attention, you feel like, this is draining my energy actually. I'm feeling a bit heavy, I just want to sleep, I don't feel energized. And if you eat certain other foods, which are maybe more fresh and more natural and good, healthy vegetables and fruits, after eating it, maybe you feel like energized. You're full of good food, but you still have the energy, and you become sensitive to that. So that you start to learn really in life, like, okay, certain things make you feel a certain way on an energetic level. They either give you energy or they take away energy. I started to listen to that. And as you become more sensitive, you notice there is an inner compass which within all of us, which constantly is guiding you when you make a certain decision that you feel like, this is the right thing to do. Or when I do this thing, it doesn't really feel that it's in line with what I feel is the right thing to do, right? So learn to connect with that inner compass. Learn to make decisions with confidence and strength. And once you start to do that more and more, you get aligned with a whole more powerful different layer of your living force within, and are able to do some amazing things in your life. Okay, so saying no is actually saying yes to what you feel is the right thing, with what is in line with your heart desire. One more thing about this: when I talk about what is in line with your heart, some people think like, yeah, well, I don't know how to listen to my heart, or I don't even know what what the hell you're talking about. Sometimes you feel something is the right thing to do. You just feel it, you just know it. And even if on a mind level a lot of explanations could be there why it is, maybe scientifically or logically, it doesn't really make sense what you want to choose, but that's on a mind level. But you feel it's your gut feeling, your intention, your, how would you say that, your intuition, which is calling you, which is saying that what is the right thing. That you learn to really listen to that, and don't get distracted by the talking of your mind, right? Because we do have a physical body, we do have a brain that can think, but on a deeper level there's also something on a more energetic level which is able to sense and to feel, which is your third eye, to be able to feel what is the right thing to do in his life. So connect with that, friends. It's the most powerful thing. Another thing also, learning to say no, not just to what is outside of yourself, but also to your animal instinct that we can have sometimes. The desire to take in as much, simple example, but you can fill in the blanks, to take in as much sugars or eat as much as you can, because that animal instinct wants to feel safety, it wants to hoard as much as possible in. Or a strong sexual desire, or taking drugs or something like that to escape something. That you learn as soon as that desire comes up, that it's not just thinking like, no, I should not feel that, I should not think it, I should not eat so much chocolate or ice cream or watch porn or whatever it is. No, only saying no, but that you say, what I do want, yes, I want to stay healthy, yes, I want to stay mentally sharp, yes, I want to stay emotionally open and not close myself off through certain actions. So that you say yes, and therefore find out for yourself what you do want. Don't only look at what you don't want, what you want to keep pushing away, because everything you give attention to will become stronger. You give it energy through giving it attention. So focus on what you do want, on what you do want to develop in your life: strength, health, happiness, and love. Okay? Wonderful, friends. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of writing, just 3 questions, okay? So get a pen and paper ready, and otherwise just do it mentally, but it's good to write it down because it helps you to kind of imprint it into your subconscious. The first question is, what is it that you want to say yes to more in your life? In your habitual patterns first. So what habitual patterns do you want to develop more in your life? To stay healthy, to stay more joyful, socially more healthy as well. So take a moment to think about it or write it down. Now the second question is, what are some ways that you could implement some of these techniques that I'm teaching, that you can practice it every day to connect with your source? How much time do you want to spend on doing that? So if it's maybe 30 minutes a day, it's not much, right? Or maybe in the morning, 50 minutes, in the evening. But how do you want to start choosing some time every day to connect with that source, to feel that connection and live from your power? So how much time a day do you want to spend on this? And what is it that you could do? and I would of course highly recommend doing one of my courses, but if you've done so already, then what type of technique could you do every day and at what time of day? For some change, there can be a lot of intention and thinking, okay, I want to do it, I'm really gonna make change, but if you're not gonna actually make steps and start doing things and implement these techniques into your life as well, not much is gonna change. It's gonna stay in a pattern of thinking you should change and thinking you should change your life, but nothing is gonna change. You're just gonna stay in a status quo of duality. One part of the mind likes it to say you should change something about your life, that you're not living from the heart, and do something about it. Every day, take time to train your mind. Take time to connect with the heart, and beautiful stuff can start to change. All right. Now the last question is, if every day you would be taking really time for yourself to do some techniques, to connect with that source, to live more from your source, to focus on the yes in life, in 5 years from now, imagine if you would do this every day. How would you have changed your life? 5 years is a long time from now. If it's more easy for you to say 6 months, that's also fine. But if you would start making changes and live more from your source, would you start to feel more happy, more energized, more empowered, maybe completely have changed the way that you live, your job, your career, all that kind of stuff, your relationship maybe even. So think about that, what you could change in a positive way. Good. What we're going to do now is remember those answers about what you want to focus on, what you want to develop, and that you want to implement it in your life every day to train this, so that in a couple of months from now or years from now you will have really made some change in your life. We're going to do a bit of breathing first, with some intention setting as well, taking some time to let everything settle, let the breathing technique do its work, let the intention setting do its work, and then finish off with one more time feeling like, okay, how would it feel if you would really start to implement these techniques and changes in your life and connect with that source of life within. One more piece of theory that is very helpful. You are alive now, right? You feel life happening now. You can think, you have certain feelings, you feel now your hands, your fingers, maybe you have to do this a little bit, but you feel you can move, you can breathe, all these things. This is life energy. It's the most wonderful, the most precious thing in this universe, and it is what you are, life energy. And with that life energy you can start to create so many beautiful things in your life. You can live such a beautiful life. But if you don't use it in the right way and get sucked into wrong habitual patterns of living, it will feel like a drag life instead of like an opportunity, like a gift. So therefore, learn to feel the life, the creation of God, of this universe, of great spirit. You are that in a manifested form. So learning to feel that like, I feel life. It's happening. And I let life do its thing. It's an intelligence. Let it do its work to start harmonizing things within. Okay. So we're going to do a breathing technique. If you're not really familiar with this breathing technique, or if you've got some serious brain or heart problems, do it nice and gentle. Otherwise, do it with full strength. It's called Chit Shakti Prakriya. It's a beautiful practice to awaken the energy consciousness within. What we do, first we take a little moment to sit with the hands open on the knees. Take a couple of calm deep breaths. Relax the face, relax the arms, relax the shoulders. For a moment become aware of your body. You know you have hands because you can feel them, right? You know you have arms, you know you have a face because you can feel it all. That is life. Now one part of the mind might say, I like this feeling, but I don't like that, or it should be different, or it should change, and blah, blah, blah. Let that just be as it is, a judging. Become aware of that it's just life happening. You take 3 calm breaths into that body, like you feel wonderful, I can breathe. No matter how I feel, it's life. I open up to it. On the next inhalation, we bring the arms up, and for 15 breaths, we exhale, hands in fist and elbows back. We inhale, arms up, exhale through the nose, hands in fist, elbows back. In, out, in, out. And breathe with strength. If you feel all right, breathe with full power. And as you're doing this with full power, why not have a little smile? Just keep going for another 8 breaths. We're going to do a little bit more than 15 breaths. All good. No mind. Just keep going. And after your last inhalation, arms up. Exhale with the hands open. If you want to stop breathing, you stop breathing for some time. But just feel life is happening. Let life happen. Slow down your breath. Loosen up a bit more with each exhalation. Slow down. For 3 calm breaths. For some of you there might be a very relaxed feeling. For others maybe there is a bit of turbulence in the mind or the emotional system. It's all good. Just give it space. Give it space to let everything happen. Second and the last round, this time we're going to do it a bit longer, a bit more. Only if you have no serious heart or brain problems and if you feel alright. Otherwise you can do it more slow or just stop whenever you want. Inhale and out, and in and out, and in and out. Use the strength of the breath. Breathe with force, breathe with power. Start to unblock, to release. The mind, the energetic system, the emotional system. Keep breathing like this. Keep going. Use the strength of the breath. If everything feels all right, another 15 breaths. This technique unblocks, it opens up the whole energetic, the emotional system, the last 7 breaths. And after your last full inhalation with the hands up, you exhale with the hands open on the knees. Relax. Let the technique do its work in every cell, in every part of your system. Let it happen. Loosen up. Loosen up your breath. Loosen up your face, your arms, your hands. With each exhalation, creating a bit of space within. Letting go. For a couple more breaths, just slow down. Learn with each exhalation that it's more than just letting out air. It's a releasing, it's a letting go. The whole nervous system, of the whole mind. Just loosen up. For a moment, breathe even more softly. Not so much trying to control the breath, but just very softly, very gently, filling up with air and letting go with the exhalation, like you're expanding by letting go. Softening the breath, not deep at all, just gentle and nice. Everything that you feel now, you feel the breath, you feel the physical body, some feelings, maybe thoughts, emotions, everything is creation. Everything is life energy. Everything is a manifestation of God, of intelligence, of life. Give that intelligence, that life, the space to do what is needed to harmonize, to balance. Be like, it's all right. It's all right. I let everything happen. Let transformation happen within. Bring the awareness one more time through the body. Feel the face, the lips, the jaw, the shoulders, the arms, the hands. That you feel there's a body, not just of flesh and bones, but a body of energy sitting there. Smile a bit to that body with kindness. And keeping that relaxed attention, we slowly move a bit the fingers. Keeping that awareness, we rub the hands together. We take a nice deep breath in, like we breathe in some energy, and we place the hands over the heart and the belly. Like you breathe a little bit of gratitude into your system. Wonderful, thank you. And imagine if every day for the coming days you would take time to connect with your source. Take time to feel a state of inner peace, a state of empowerment within. Breathing that from the belly to the heart. Yes, I can do this, I can feel this. I will live from that source. I will live from that foundation. Breathe it in and expand it out with the breath out into your whole being, into your future. Saying yes to living in line with your heart, living in line with the light within, living with health, with strength, with empowerment. One more time, rubbing the hands together, placing the hands over the eyes. Breathing very slowly from the belly to the heart to the head. You're breathing wonderful. Thank you. Lastly, with the thumbs against the forehead, with the hands together, you slowly breathe. May all be blessed. That includes yourself. May everyone be blessed with peace in their lives, with love in their lives, with wisdom. May all be blessed with peace, love, and wisdom. Massage a bit the head, the face, go over the body. Wonderful. So at the moment, you feel a bit more at ease, a bit more at peace. You feel a bit more at your source, so to say. Like spiritually at home. Learn to live from that foundation. That you can start making choices from that foundation, from your source, right? There's one more bit of theory to explain why it is in this reality that we are now, to be able to say no to things that we don't feel is in line with our heart, and to say yes to what we do want. I mentioned in some other videos that life is not just finished when this physical body ceases to exist. There's an energy that continues on with the same state, with the same direction as how it was living. So if one has been living out of joy, out of spiritual connection, out of giving and receiving with openness, one will continue in that way. If one lives with a lot of bitterness, if one lives with a lot of heaviness and is maybe hurting others and cheating others, and there's a heaviness, one will continue also with that way into another form, another life. On this path to continuing to another life, there are certain moments when you can start to make decision, okay, what path am I gonna go to in the next life? And if there is a lot of, let's say, not being able to really listen to what you truly want in your life, what you truly desire, and you have been living like that in this present life, and you've been choosing what you feel is the right way. If you have not been doing that in this life, then in that transition towards another life, you will start to make side turns to what you don't want, because there is many distractions on that path. There is a whole, almost like a science on that in Buddhism. For those of you that want to learn more about that, of course I would highly recommend to practice a lot of meditation, but there's also the book of Tibetan Book of Life and Death, and these kind of things, like a whole study on this. So that if you can really train yourself to live in this life in line with the heart, and also in that transition towards the next life, you will be able to stay focused to where you want to go in life and not be distracted by the fears that may be implemented on you, or the distractions, and you will not choose what you really desire. So it's not just important in the moment to be able to live in line with your heart, to be able to say no, but it goes so deep, that you really are able to, even if there is fear in the mind which tells you, oh, are you sure you really want to say yes to what you feel you desire, or are you just gonna say no because otherwise other people will think bad of you, or otherwise you will have to disappoint people, or this or that, but that you really live with that, with an alignment with the source, with the soul. And this goes, of course, a lot deeper, and some of you might maybe disconnect a little bit from my teachings with this, but it is more profound than just living more healthy or in line with your heart, or making these decisions in this present life. It continues on if you have the willpower and the fearlessness to say yes to what you desire with the heart. The continuum through these layers of reality will also be in line with the heart, and you will find your destination. May all be blessed with peace, love, and wisdom, friends. Namaste. Hello friends, great to see that you're interested in doing this course. In 7 days you can change so much of your habitual patterns, and you can learn some essential breathing, movement and meditation techniques that you can apply in your daily life. Whether you're in the office, whether you're in the bus, whether you're on a beautiful beach, everywhere you can apply some of these techniques to connect with the moment, to bring inner peace, joy and connectedness in your life. So enjoy this wonderful course. I wish you peace and blessings.
The Life Awareness Essentials course is a complete 7-day training program to master the essential techniques to get empowered, healthy, and live a fulfilled and joyful life. In this course, we have combined the most effective movement, breathing, and meditation methods. And in just 7 days, you will master these techniques to train mind and body and drastically change your habit patterns into more wholesome ones. This course consists of 27 video lectures and mind and body training videos, guided breathing and mind training sessions, 2 brain-enhancing audio sessions for deep relaxation and deep sleep, guidance for a healthy diet and healthy living, daily journaling assignments to get clear what is blocking you in your life to live the life you truly want, and how to realize this and how to create more wholesome habit patterns. A complete mind and body training program to awaken your full potential.